Power fam is finally here. Don't miss the next chapter in the Power universe. Power Book 4, Force. Watch now.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we will be talking about Power Book 4 Force, Season 1, Episode 1. This is the recap. And I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, what an introduction, man. What an introduction into Tommy Egan's journey without Ghost in Chicago. And we already know he has already caused some trouble with the Flynn family. We knew this was going to happen, and it seems like Tommy is here to stay. He told Rodolfo, look, I'm my own boss. I am good. So Tommy Egan is definitely going to unravel his family's secrets. Seeing that he had a half brother was one thing. I want to know what else Tommy Egan does not know about. It got to be some more family secrets going on out there. Kay Egan back in the day was getting her cheeks clapped up by a strong black male, right? We know this. So now I want to see what's going to happen when Tommy Egan unravels everything else. But let's begin the recap, man. What did we see in episode 1? Tommy Egan is on his journey, and of course, he is going through all these motions of the things he has been through. We're seeing bodies that he has dropped. We're seeing what he's been through with his moms. We are seeing, his feelings and what happened to Lakeisha, Holly. It's all over the place, right? He really misses his brother Ghost. He misses Ghost so much in this episode. He was about to just end his own life because of his feelings, right? And Tommy Egan, he put his foot to the pedal. He turned the lights out. He said, I'm going to go ahead and just end it right here. I cannot live without my brother. All the stuff that I've been through, I lost everything. And Tommy, he came back into reality. He's like, look, I can't do this. He's very, very pissed off. So when he is in Chicago, he pretty much has an effort attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be what it's going to be. And that's how he was pretty much rolling throughout the entire episode. And it actually was an advantage for him. By thinking and doing the things that he was doing, it actually worked out for him. So Tommy Egan, he says, let's just make this trip to Chicago. Rodolfo is keep hitting him up, telling him he needs to get to Cali. But Tommy Egan is like, well, I got to go to Chicago first. I got to find out some things about my family and see where this can lead. Now, if you guys watch The Chi on Showtime, this image right here definitely looks very familiar, right? Because I believe it's the same spot that we saw some of The Chi being filmed at. It definitely looks like the same area, in my opinion. Now, this guy right here is running his mouth. He was trying to tax Tommy Egan, and he got a knife. You're going to bring a knife to a gunfight? Tommy Egan got about this car and told this dude, like, look, you don't want to do this. Took the strap out, slapped him in the face while it was cold outside. So you already know that slap definitely hurt it. And Tommy Egan is telling this dude, like, look, where did they bury the old lady that used to live in this house? And this kid is telling him they didn't bury her. She's still alive, and they moved her to Malhern's. This is supposed to be an assisted living type place for senior citizens. And Tommy Egan, he makes his move to this place. And we're starting to see Tommy's story develop. It was things about Tommy that we did not necessarily know about. Him going here lets us know that he has family and that this lady is his grandmother. And you can tell she's not right all the way. And she definitely doesn't really know who he is anyway, because she hasn't seen him since he was like 4. That's what Tommy Egan told us in the episode. So he definitely wants to find out more about what's going on with his family. Then we get to Diamond. Now, Diamond has been locked up for 15 years. He was the leader of CBI, and we know that Jannard was running CBI while Diamond was locked up. But now it is time for him to get out. He is having a conversation with one of the, of course, old heads in the facility, one of the correctional officers, and he's telling him, like, look, make sure you don't come back here, kid. Like, do not come back here at all. You can kind of tell this is like a bittersweet moment for Diamond, especially after serving 15 years. I mean, that's a long time coming. And he wants to make sure once he gets out, he does the right thing and he does not end up back in jail. That's something that he don't want to do. Then we get to your boy, the OG, triple OG, J Moore Reviews, y'all. He has entered the Power Universe, man. Shout out to Jay Moore. I wish that brother nothing but success. But in this episode, he is talking about, look, we going to let him get comfortable on the outside, and then we going to make that call. So we going to see exactly what time it is when it comes to Diamond. It definitely seems like he got some enemies on the inside that's going to make sure when he gets out that he's going to suffer. I can't wait to see how it's all going to play out. We know that Diamond is trying to change his life, but from the looks of it, it's going to be some people out there that's going to try to challenge him. Now we get to Gloria. We already saw this scene about, a week ago. Gloria meets Tommy Egan, and you can already feel the chemistry up in the air. We know she owns this bar, and she is working with the Flynn family, a family that she probably doesn't even want to work with anyway, and one day she wants to own her own restaurant. But as of right now, that's what she has to do. Now, Gloria is telling Tommy that maybe he can come back later once the kitchen opens. She is bragging about her food. So Tommy Egan is definitely going to take that offer. And speaking of open, that kitchen ain't going to be the only thing that's going to be opening it up tonight. Those cheeks and legs is definitely going to be getting clapped up. And Tommy Egan, he's definitely going to show back up to go ahead and execute that game plan. Now we get to the release of Diamond, and this guard, he is pretty much telling Diamond, like, look, you can go ahead and have this. This is a gift from us to you. He's allowing Diamond to, keep his barber supplies that he had while he was locked up. And now he can at least have some type of setup so he can cut heads and, get adjusted. Now, the officer is telling him, look, let me get these J's. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy them off of you for $150. We know these cost more than that on StockX. These shoes came out in 2006. So, of course, Diamond is like, look, you can go ahead and just have them. Keep them, man. Now, Diamond walks out with the Chicago Bulls 6-time NBA championship coat on, looking like an OG. Jannard is out there, and he's happy that his brother is released. Your boy Diamond, he about to be like Michael Jordan. He already had his career with the Chicago Bulls. Now it is time to enter the Washington Wizards. We're going to see what he's going to do, but we do know he is trying to change his life. But his young bruh, he's still on that mess, and he was still putting in work when he got to. Now we get to your boy Vic Flynn, and this dude is already on mess, telling Tommy Egan that he needs to move his car. Tommy ain't having it. So Vic and Simon, they get out running their mouth, trying to jump Tommy, but it's not going to work at all. Tommy Egan ain't the person that you just going to jump. And as I told you, Tommy really gives no F's at all. He doesn't really care about what's going to go down. He has nothing to lose in his head, right? So they're seeing this, and they're kind of like, what the hell is this dude on? Like, who is this guy? I mean, Paulie has to get out and ask Tommy Egan, a little bit more nicer on if he can just move and just calm down. And Tommy Egan was like, all right, you good. You know what I'm saying? That's how you ask the person. You don't be coming at me like y'all did. Then we get to Claudia. Claudia, the daughter of Walter Flynn. She's sitting in his seat. He knows this. Claudia really wants to run things for real. And Walter is like, you can't do that. This is a man's business. Look at your hands. Know what I'm saying? You can't do what we do. You might as well just sit back, make sure that I am good, and make sure that the business is good. But as far as doing what your brother Vic is out there doing, that's a no-no. You can't do that at all. Just stay in your lane. We know that Claudia is going to be a key player in this Flynn family. And in this episode, she proved that. She is the brains of the operation. She is ahead of the game, at least more than Vic. Vic seems like the hothead and the person that makes a lot of mistakes, but Claudia definitely has an agenda, and I believe she's going to help save this family. And we get back to Paulie, and we saw this scene, one of the sneak peeks, and he's telling Tommy that he likes his style and he liked how he handled himself. But he's like, man, are you going to leave or are you just going to stay? And Tommy's like, well, I think I'm going to just leave. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on. Of course, Paulie is telling him, well, you don't really want to be pissing off the Flynn family, which really means nothing to Tommy Egan because he doesn't even know who they are, but he definitely wants to make sure they know who he is. Now, Vic is having a conversation with Gloria, and we know that these two have a past, and it seems like Vic is trying to push forward within this relationship, and Gloria is telling him, your pops is pulling all the strings, so I don't even know about all this working out, and Vic is telling her, look, I'm going to talk to him. I am ready. So we're going to see where that goes. Tommy Egan, as soon as Vic walks back into this whole bar, and, he's talking to Gloria, and she's happy that he is there. Now your boy Simon, he's in there causing all types of mess. He's bugging a young lady in there. She ain't trying to hear his mouth at all. He is thinking he is the top dog, but he is not. Now Vic told Simon to watch Gloria after he left. Now Vic goes outside and Tommy Egan beats this man down. And Tommy Egan, he was wanting to do this anyway, right? Tommy was like, look, I got to give you these hands because you was running your mouth outside. Y'all thought y'all was going to jump me. But now, guess what? What you going to do now? Tommy beats him down and it was about to get even worse. But we know Gloria popped up out there. Now, Tommy was able to get Simon's phone. And now he understands that Simon was supposed to meet up with Vic later on in the, I guess in the night to, have a deal. But Tommy did a smart thing by taking that phone because now he has to connect to Vic and he knows that a deal is about to go down. Now, Gloria does come out there. She is telling him he has nothing to worry about. And she tells him that the soup is ready. And when she said that, I'm looking like, the soup is ready. Those cheeks was ready for damn sure, right? So your boy Tommy Egan, he was able to take advantage of this opportunity. And I'm going to tell you right now, when Vic finds out about this, he's going to be very, very pissed off. You can already tell he doesn't like Tommy Egan at all. And to see that Tommy's pretty much took his girl, and I'm talking about his girl in his eyes, because Gloria, I don't think she having it. Vic is going to be pissed off and he's going to want to take down Tommy Egan once more. Now, speaking of cheeks and all types of freaks, your girl Claudia, she's in the club. She's in the club getting it on. And apparently she, tastes this new product, right? And now she's like, okay, this is some great product. I want to know exactly where you got this at. And as I told you, Claudia is making sure she is doing her part as far as this organization. And she wants to prove that she can do what Vic does and more, and that she's better at it anyway. Her pops is going to see this, even though he doesn't want his daughter being in this position to do and move like this. I believe he's going to respect her hustle and that she is willing to do all this work to prove herself. Now, Tommy, he gets the text that the whole meeting is moved. So now he has to get up out of there. And he's having this conversation with Gloria. Of course, she is telling him about her past and, her past relationship with being married. And, of course, how the last person she was with got deployed and never came back. I don't know, man. It's going to be some dark secrets about Gloria as well. And I can't wait to see it all play out. But Tommy Egan definitely has some secrets of his own that I'm pretty sure he doesn't want Gloria finding out about. So we're going to see how that all is going to go. Now, Tommy, he makes sure he pops up at this meeting. And Vic is very surprised that it is Tommy Egan that he has popped back up. And he is telling Vic, like, look, I can take you out right now. So take me to your connect. Let's go in here. Let's see what time it is. Tommy Egan and Vic, they go down and they see, this whole meeting set up. And we already know something is about to go down. Now, I already knew Jannard was going to be down here. What I didn't know was crack baby number 1 and number 2 was going to be down there as well. And Tommy Egan is, very, very smart about all of this. He understands that this is a setup, that these two guys are on their first little deal, right? So Vic understands, along with Jannard, that this has been a setup by Zamos and it's not going as planned. And these dudes are ready to shoot. They're tweaking out. You don't know what they're going to do. Tommy Egan is like, look, y'all just calm down. How about we just give them the money and we call it a day? But you already know Vic ain't even got all the money in the first place. So he's going to come to this meeting and he doesn't even have all the money. So a shootout ends up happening. Tommy Egan is able to catch a body at this meeting. Crack baby number 1 was taken out. And the other dude got popped. Tommy Egan allowed this dude to get away, which was surprising, but the dude did get away. We know Jannard's gun got jammed. So when you think about it, Tommy Egan actually saved them. He actually saved them. And it was about to be a very, very bad meeting if Tommy Egan was not there. So now Tommy's like, look, my stuff come with a fee. You know what I'm saying? I just did all this for y'all, so I need a cut. So they end up giving Tommy the bag of drugs and they give him the money and call it a day. Of course, Vic is very pissed off. And Jannard is like, man, you slipped up. Like, you slipped up. So now Vic is like, man, I got to get him back. There's no way I'm going to allow this to happen. Well, Vic, if you would have been doing what you needed to do, you would have never came short. And maybe this meeting could have went down in a different way. But as I said, they were set up. Now, Jannard, he goes back to Diamond and lets him know that Tommy Egan came there. He doesn't know who he is. He's calling him Casper, the friendly ghost. And Diamond is like, man, so your gun got jammed and this dude saved you, right? So guess what? I want to meet this guy. So we know in the next episode that Diamond and Tommy Egan are going to meet finally. And I'm glad that that's going to happen because it seems like Diamond is the level-headed one. He has a lot of experience, and I believe that him and Tommy will be very, very cool together. Now, Vic and Claudia, they're having, a meeting. They're talking to each other. And she's like, why in the hell did you even think of doing a deal with the Yardies? That was just plain stupid. We cannot be dealing coke because the feds, they are watching us. It's just a stupid move. It goes to just show us that Claudia is the smart one out of the two and that Vic makes a lot of mistakes. But we know Walter Flynn wants to make sure that his son is next in line. But he's going to figure out that his son is just too much of a liability in my eyes. Now, Tommy Egan does his research on CBI. He knows exactly what time it is when it comes to Diamond. And he also does his research on the Flynn family. He knows Walter Flynn is at the top of the game in this town. And this is, I would say, a great strategy by Tommy, at least knowing, the type of people that he's going to be dealing with and how he's going to move when he meets them. Now, Tommy Egan goes back to the assisted living spot and he visits his grandma. And this time he pulls out his picture when he was a little boy. He shows her the picture and now she understands. And for a small moment, she remembers who Tommy was. And she says his name, Tommy. And man, when she smiled, man, I felt good for your boy Tommy. I'm looking like, man, Tommy Egan has found his grandma. Things are looking on the come up for him. At least as far as this part goes, but we know she is ill. That is not going to end the way that Tommy Egan wants it, to end. And she is in this assisted living place for a reason, and we see the reason why. She's not going to be able to remember everything. She's not in the best health at that, but it is good to see that Tommy Egan visit her and she still is alive. Now, as Tommy Egan is leaving, he sees a guy following him, and this is JP. JP is like, man, she ain't had no visitors in like 6 years. Like, who are you? And Tommy's like, who are you? Like, dude, like, this is my family. Like, what you know about this? He shows him the picture and all that stuff, and then JP pulls out his tattoo. Like, look, I got the same little signature on my arm. Like, what you talking about? This my family as well. So now we know that Tommy Egan has a half brother. Kate Egan was a liar. She told Tommy Egan that his grandma was dead. On top of that, she was getting her cheeks clapped by some black guy back in the day, y'all. And this is the results of this. And Tommy's like, man, I'll call you. I'll give you a call later. We're going to have to figure this out. But this is going to be a very, very interesting relationship between Tommy Egan and his brother. Now, Jannard, he has brought Diamond to this barbershop. And, Jannard is like, man, look, we ain't written this out. This is all bought. You are the owner. So now Diamond is like, bet, like, that's good because, he thought they was going to have to keep up with the rent. And this is a great start for him, especially being released. And now he feels like we need to be moving in a better way. He does not want to be on that stuff that they used to be in the past as far as all the violence, dropping all these bodies off. He wants to move a little bit more differently. But we know that Jannard, he ain't having that. You already know Jannard going to put in that work. And being in this game, you got to be grimy and you got to put in work. So we're going to see how it's going to play out for the two. Now, Tommy Egan at first threw away the number. Then he takes it back out. He says, you know what? I'm going to get to know my brother. I want to see what time it is when it comes to him. And then we get back to the barbershop. This funny looking dude pops up at the barbershop. And I'm looking like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, you acting very, very weird. Now, Diamond, even though he said he ain't trying to be on that mess, remember, he about that mess if he got to be about that mess. He was about to get the slicing and dicing, right? But once he saw that badge, he knew what time it was. And he's like, okay, I see what time it is. It seems like the boys are going to make sure that they're watching him. And we already know that this officer will be back. It's not going to be over just yet. Then we get to the end of the episode. It seems like Vic and Simon done told Walter Flynn what happened. Tommy got the one up on them and they're pissed off. So they corner Tommy Egan. Paulie tells him like, look, I told you, man, like I told you just to leave, but he didn't want to leave. So now he has to go in and he has to meet Walter Flynn. And Walter is pissed off. He is pissed off that all of this happened in the first place. But at the same time, he does have that respect for Tommy Egan because deep down inside, he understands Tommy Egan gotta be a crazy person to go up against the Flynn family. On top of that, Tommy Egan did make a good point that he saved his son's life, that he saved him. And Walter Flynn knows this. So Walter's like, you know what? I tell you what, how about you just leave? You know what I'm saying? Like, get up out of here. I don't want to see you again and stuff like that. But I told you guys, in the future, Tommy Egan will make a great impression on Walter Flynn. We know Gloria, she's watching over the top of the balcony. She sees what time it is, and she's like, look, I'm taking notes. As I told you, this is the girl that's going to be doing what she has to do as far as protecting this family. I can't wait to see how it's all going to play out with her character. But Vic, the dude is a loser. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught up with Tommy Egan slipping up, not bringing enough money on deals. I mean, these are amateur mistakes. And now Tommy Egan, after doing all that stuff, is leaving. But then he's like, you know what? Yeah, Walter told me to leave. Paulie told me to leave. But you know what? I'm going to make a call to Rodolfo and tell him, look, I am good. Rodolfo's been hitting him up all episode. And Tommy's like, look, I'm my own boss. I'm going to stay in Chicago. I mean, he doesn't tell Rodolfo that, but he throws the phone out the window and he makes a U-turn. And he said, you know what? I'm going to stay here. So Tommy Egan is going to try to take over and run this town or die trying. I'm glad that we got this show, Power Book for Force. And I am very excited to see what Tommy Egan is going to be doing. Remember, episode 1 is more of like an introduction episode. But in my eyes, by watching this episode, it felt like a mini movie. You can feel that different vibe from Tommy Egan's spinoff. And I believe this show will get better and better as time goes, as everybody starts to get used to these characters and, get used to this new storyline. But you already know it's going to be some more deep, dark secrets, and it's going to be some more enemies on the way. We know that the feds are watching the Flynn family, and we know that Walter Flynn, he's going to need Tommy Egan to help them out. And we know that Claudia and Tommy Egan are going to have a very, very interesting relationship as well. And I want to know just how deep that relationship is going to be. But only time is going to tell. But as of right now, man, your boy Tommy Egan is definitely doing what he has to do without Ghost. And I believe he needs to learn from what he has done in the past and been through in the past for his advantage. In this episode, it definitely played out right for him. So we're going to see how it's going to play out for him down the line. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. Make sure you checked out my Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 Episode 10 recap if you had not seen it. Man, this is a night of stars, man. Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, the season finale, and also Power Book for Force Season 1, the series premiere. It is going down. I'm pretty sure they're about to break a lot of records tonight, but we're going to find out. Now, we'll be catching you guys very, very soon for the What to Expect for Episode 2, so stay tuned for that. Well, let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.